Hare Krishna. Today we are going to learn about the lunar nodes, which are also known as Rahu and Ketu. The ascending node is known as Rahu and the descending node is known as Ketu. So what exactly are these nodes, right? So we're going to find it out. So I'm going to search for the moon. And if you look at the orbit of the moon, right, the moon is inclined about 5 degrees, right? And when there are certain points at which moon crosses the ecliptic, and the point at which the moon crosses the ecliptic while going in an ascending fashion, and it's below the ecliptic, it crosses and goes up, then that point of intersection is known as the ascending node or Rahu. And similarly, when the moon crosses the ecliptic while going down, right, from when it's above the ecliptic and it crosses and goes down, then that's the descending node. It's also known as Ketu. So these are the points of intersection of moon's orbit with the ecliptic. So I'm going to lock onto the moon and we'll run a simulation, right? So let's say 100x or 1000x. As you can see, the moon is moving, right? I'm going to increase the speed to 10,000x. Let's go and lock onto the moon. So now, as you can see, the phases of the moons are also changing as the day is passing, right? It's almost full moon. It was beyond full moon, right? And as you can see, it's slowly approaching. Let's go 30,000x so that we can run the simulation faster. And it's approaching close to the ecliptic right there. It's almost at the ecliptic. And let's just go a little right that point, right? As you can see, it just crossed. It was just above the ecliptic. Now it is below the ecliptic, right? So if you go a little bit back, let's go a little bit reverse, right? At 1000x, you see it's just below the ecliptic. Now I'm going reverse, so it's going back up right there. Let's go forward. So this is the point, right, where the moon is right on the ecliptic. But what was the motion? The motion was going down. It was above the ecliptic and now it's going down. So this is the descending node of the moon, and it's also known as Ketu, right? So let's run the simulation 1000x, and you can see the moon will continue to slide down from its point of intersection. And you see it's almost, and it's crossed, and it's down, right? So it already passed the descending node of the moon, right? So that's Ketu. Now let's fast forward. Now as you'll see in the simulation, now the half of the course of the moon's run is below the ecliptic. As you see, it's below the ecliptic and continues to be below the ecliptic. But some point, you see the distance from the ecliptic is continuing to increase. Now it's new moon, right? If you look, it's completely dark. Now at some point it will start moving up again, getting closer to the ecliptic, and it will cross the ecliptic and will move north. So it will ascend. Right now it's still going south. You see how the distance is increasing. from the elliptic. The phase of the moon is increasing. I'm going to increase the speed. It's 30,000x. Right? You got the crescent moon, you have the half phase. It's approaching. The phase is increasing and it will approach a full moon. See, it's approaching the elliptic now. Right? See, it was almost about to cross the elliptic. Actually, it has touched it almost. And it will cross the elliptic and move up. It will just shift. It will ascend, right? It was below the elliptic, it crosses the elliptic and it ascends. And the point where that intersection happens during its ascending path is called the ascending node of the moon. It is also known as Rahu. Right? So right there it crossed, you see now the moon is again above the line. It's again above the elliptic. Okay, so that was a quick simulation on the ascending and the descending nodes of the moon, also known as Rahu Ketu. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.